Let's welcome right in the Cooper!
Oh.
Thanks for your help, lads, off cam. That was really. I needed that. How are you? All right?
Devastated.
What about?
We're good.
I'm not talking today.
Hands up with you, innit?
Hands up, we
Hands
do
up
to
to
talk.
talk.
We get into trouble, didn't we? We get into trouble.
Talking at each other.
Grown men need to get into trouble.
Surely we're all buzzing after that game last night.
Football's back.
Amazing.
Is football back?
Yeah.
What, the Kelly game?
That was
Kelly
good,
Youth.
I watched that as
I
well.
think he can watch 2 games at one time.
Can I ask you this just quick on the Kelly Youth game? Was there any teams playing a low block in a Youth Cup final?
No.
Good.
Good.
Although Inter Milan done it amazingly, didn't they?
Brilliant.
Aye. That was some game, man. So he's going to save football, isn't
Aye.
he? He's going to save it.
The amount of young players.
Yamal. He's going to save it.
The other boy was
He
not
is
bad
a
as well.
disgrace.
We got to give him
Aye, no, Rafinha.
Rafinha.
But
Flair
Yamal
players are
is-
back.
What don't mate, forget that. What about the big result of the weekend, mate?
I know.
Can't go if they talk about Barca Inter.
No, but mate, what's more important right now?
Motherwell getting a win. Securing
Oh, he
safety.
did, aye.
Yeah, but this man here, didn't 10 men?
4-1.
Tactical.
2-1,
Aye,
10
what-
men
so
shat myself, mate.
So what happened? Because you were 2-0 up and it went 2-1, didn't it?
Mate, honestly, first half we were so good, really good, and then we started the second half terribly. They score, and then we get a man sent off. Big Jordan McGregor got sent off for an elbow. So again, we're up there without Jordan. Saturday.
Like Jordan.
But it's going to be a tough game, mate. It's not done yet. 4-1. It's not done
4-1,
yet. Very good team.
Have you put a bid in for Yamal yet?
You lose 4-1 up there, you should get fucking bombed out.
Don't say that, mate,
I'm
please.
telling you.
Aye.
Talk.
You agree with that, mate?
That's the end. That's the end.
I think me.
That's what we getting clipped.
I think us 4 could go up there and no.
Mate, they're a good
problem.
team.
No, come
They're
on.
a good team.
You've got the same Barnet as Lamar.
Seriously?
Us 4.
And you should die at lunch.
You should die that
counting.
one.
You want to see me walking down that hill?
No, I'm talking about
Oh,
coaching.
coaching.
Aye.
What about Yogi and McCall? Have you watched that?
I watched.
I've not
I
wa-
go. I think just over half it, and I was doing something. But Yogi, fuck,
Yogi's a genius, mate, isn't he?
tremendous.
I had Yogi as my captain.
Did you know who the picture was? He
Is it
Bert Nerney.
Bernard?
I couldn't believe I still.
It was how excited you were for the photo.
I thought he must have been sending it to his family or something that he wanted to have a wee picture with us.
Let's get a wee photo I used to, just for myself. You're like, what the fuck's he talking about?
How did he get any questions right? He kept asking, what was that? I don't know how he got any right. He got them all right. The two of them are brilliant.
Amazing
Two of them are
together,
brilliant,
aren't they? I've got a coffee with Collie
He'd
tomorrow.
have been fuming, not getting questions right. Golly.
Oh, mate, because he likes
proper
to
clever.
think he's clever, doesn't he? Is he clever, Ian McCall?
Aye, he is a clever cookie. Aye, because he was a wee bit, back in the day when he was at Rangers, that's why he was a wee bit different for us.
Different, aye.
Because maybe we weren't so clever. So aye.
Did he set you on fire?
The tea set, no, I set his jacket on fire.
I was used to.
Why did you set his... Could you tell us what happened?
In the nail. No, I think he threw one of my CDs out in the Clyde Tunnel when they went to training. My wet CD. Which upset me. You know, so I put the horn, I fucking stopped in the middle of Clyde Tunnel.
What, put the handbrake up?
Aye, that was a handbrake turn that.
Set me on fire.
And then, no, that's what it was as well, because I call some boy.
He's gone, by the way.
No,
Gone, bad, he's gone.
what he done? No, I remember what he done, Collie, because in the away dressing room, because even although I was in the home dressing room, all my pals were in the away dressing room, as you'll know that yourself.
We were always a bit-
So I used to get and cut their gear and that. But that was, the guys were spending all their wages on their gear. So I knew you liked this jacket, because he was a wee bit different in terms of, because he was for the
Perky.
West End. Aye. So a jacket they absolutely loved. So I was in the Nile bar and I took my
That's
opportunity. I just
And was he wearing it?
Just because he threw your
I
CD.
set him on fire. He poured fucking petrol out of him. And went, watch this, boy.
But it's funny. But I had a great time though. On a night out, he's entertainment by the way. He's a brilliant guy. So he is, aye. But he is a clever.
And
he's a
did the
clever
full
kid.
jacket go up, or did he get
I
managed?
don't know. I walked it. I just set it on fire.
The police was burnt down.
It was a Nile bar.
I remember that. Remember wee Wednesday.
So as soon as you walk in the doors, that's where they put their jackets.
So you set his jacket on fire because he threw your CD out?
No, it was partly in that as well, but because he was cutting the boys' gear, because it was costing a fortune.
Carapino, wishing well. Your hopes inside.
I'm after you, boy.
Take your
Different.
love.
They were brilliant at Glasgow Green. You go to the concert at Glasgow Green?
I can't believe Yogi's no in a job.
I know, he's
See
brilliant.
when you listen to him,
That's
he's
a good
kinda
shout.
amazing.
Uh,
I don't know what it is though. I really don't.
but people are quite intimidated by him, chairman, and
No, I think that he done amazing, but his last few jobs he didn't.
I think he needs
So
to work
that'll
with a
be
level
why-
of player, doesn't he? See, when he dropped down a level, I think he struggled with that.
I don't know, honestly. See, when I played against his Inverness team, I'm sure it was the first season, but it was towards the end of the season, and they were trying to play out. And our Motherwell team were good. I think we finished second that year. They were trying to play out, and I'm playing against them going, this isn't going to work with these players. And no offence to the players, but I'm like, you can't be playing out the back with these players. Next season they were fucking unbelievable.
They were brilliant. Best team I played on was at Dundee.
So it's not about the level of player, because you got players that I didn't think could do what they were doing to play, and they were brilliant.
It's funny you say that, right? See, when I had him as a player, then you could tell that's the way you wanted to play, right? Because he's my centre-half captain at Ayr, and he's telling the goalkeeper, drop the ball to me, and we'll play right.
Fucking love it.
Right, so, well, you'll not love this in a minute. So we're playing Hibs in the semi-final of the League Cup on the Wednesday, and he's dropped the ball down at Somerset, and he's lost a couple of goals, whatever. So I brings him in at my office, and fair play to him, this is why I loved him. And I says to him, we're playing Hibs on Wednesday night, you're a number 5, mate. You're not a ball player, you can't play for the back. I says, you're no good enough. I says, you're a defender, you're strong, you go and attack things, you go and win things. I says, so here's the dilemma we've got. You either be a number 5 or you ain't playing on Wednesday night, you pick. Right? So he turned round, fair play.
I know the answer, I know what you're
fair play to him. He turned round and he went, you're a gaffer, I respect you, I'll be the number 5. I don't agree with it because I think we should play out for the back and I should start to build up, but I'll be number 5.
Can I ask?
Man of the match on Wednesday, and we beat Hibs and got to the cup final.
Wow.
I was going to say, but did you enjoy that wee conversation? Were you a wee bit wary of the conversation? Will?
No, I just thought that
the reason I'm saying that is
I
because
respected him so much as a guy.
Because it's not the same. It's like, do you know Kenny Brannigan?
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember Big?
Everyone
I had the
knows
same
Big
conversation. It was kind of the same conversation with Kenny, and I was in the dressing room.
Who would you
myself
rather have the conversation with, Kenny or Yogi?
But that's what I'm saying. I know Yogi just to meet him every now and again. He's a great character. But Kenny, so I was in that dressing room, but I was expecting, I went, this could get a wee bit fucking messy here, by the way. Big man will not fuck out me. He was brilliant. He accepted it. You know what I mean? What I was saying, you know. No, because he's a big man.
Don't get me wrong. Yogi wasn't in the same room. He was. I was on the phone. I was on the phone.
It was having a conversation.
But one time,
You don't.
so these guys, because hard as nails, you know, big characters, aren't they? But at the end of the day, they're.
Well, he's texted me, you've just stopped liking all his daughter's pictures.
I'm not like one. You
seen it? You seen that?
Oh, red.
Do you know who you are? You're the Scottish Chris Eubank. See that famous person's dad that just talks
how
fucking...
good was that?
Ah, it's one of the best, mate.
Amazing, everything about it.
How good was in the dad, right?
I was out on Saturday night and I get in just as the fight started, so I didn't see them coming into the ring.
Brilliant.
So as soon as I got up the next morning, I watched it. It's class, isn't it? Do you know, I think it was brilliant, and the fight was sensational.
Are you a Rastafari?
Did you see it?
That was amazing. My boy were absolutely creased. Creased at that.
What did he call Smarty? A stupendous... stupendous confectionery or something? Anything on you this week, lads?
No.
The weather changing the day.
How beautiful is it?
Mate, how different's your life when the weather's nice?
Well, you've obviously thought it was going to be the same. You've got the fucking
No. Look at the pins.
You need to show everybody.
Stand up, show your legs. Come on, Dad. Stand up on the couch. Come on, let's see it. Get a look at your
He's one of them back.
Brilliant.
So it's bad than you were wearing yesterday, a 3-piece suit.
No, I'm going to gym, mate.
Right, okay.
Your legs aren't as bad as you made them out to be.
20 years of
come on,
fella.
No.
By the way, I can't, no matter which squats and everything, I can't fatten them up.
You're old.
It's hard to get.
Don't fuck with the balls,
You're old. That's the way you said
I
it.
love that. You're old.
You're old.
Well, it's hard to build muscle as you get older.
How do you celebrate?
Do you know how much that kills you? That? See, can my boys tell me that? They go,
Fuck it, I'm going
I can't build muscle. Man,
I'm going to Chippy, I'm not going to the thing.
Nah,
But mate, he's got amazing legs. So. He's got amazing
That's
legs.
just genetics.
See, that we had this argument. Genetics is actually a thing,
Aye.
Oh,
made
100%.
is it?
He's made up. I'm with you.
Aye,
Genetics is made
Tell
up.
me about genetics.
So,
is it? Go on,
well,
explain it to me.
So the way you're built,
Right.
your legs solid, Barry's legs solid, Lewis's legs solid, genetics.
What about Big Bobby's? Does that come under genetics?
Well,
Aye, I would say so. I would say so.
You get a big.
If it does, then Lewis has got. If it does, then Lewis is tiny. Because I've seen that.
to be fair, my dad was hung like a donkey.
Lewis is he's got a walloper.
But I'll tell you what's I'll tell you what's annoying me this week. People leaving notes on motors. You ever get somebody leaving you a note? I've moved somewhere and person wrote, can you please stop parking in my space? There's literally fucking 23 spaces, mate. It's like 20 spaces in the car park for 6. But
That would annoy you, but if somebody parked in your space.
nah, that genuinely wouldn't annoy me, mate.
Aye, would.
Tell them what you and your dad used to do. Yous have got a cracking wee bit. where
So
you start
you're right
to-
beside the town. So everybody used to try park outside your house who were walking the town. So we waited, peeked out the window for the people to park their motors outside ours. When we seen them leaving the motor, we went out and let all the tyres down.
No, him and the dad.
Every day. So they would never come back.
Was
Clever
it
thinking.
a mini? No.
That's clever thinking.
It's good to it.
Would that annoy you? Do you ever get a note on your
I
motor?
know. No, I don't think I've ever had one. Aye, it would annoy me. It would annoy me unless you're parked somewhere right in front of somebody's drive.
Drive or something, then I can
That's
understand
Aye,
park my motor right up your arse.
you just get people that are used to the same thing all the
The
time.
routine. And then the other one is people picking food off your plate. We were out for lunch, right, with Scotty Arfield.
Great day,
and
wasn't
A great day. And Mark Black, the comedian, came over. Funny as fuck, by the way, great guy as well. But we were like, we're going to order food, do you want it? And he's like, no, I'm fine, I'll just get a coffee. So he gets a pasta, I get lasagna, I get chips with mine.
Oh,
It goes like that.
No.
mate.
So you've
Well,
just
you know.
described.
I don't quite well, but... and then I went, mate, did I take chips off my plate? And then he went, can I get another one? Take another one.
But I hate that.
I'm telling
Hero,
you.
but...
You've just described my missus.
I like that.
My missus does that all
I
the
wouldn't
time.
mind if it was
Your wife.
somebody I knew well.
See if somebody done that in the restaurant, that's yours, mate. You've just been in fucking pissing on their dick and everything, and they've come out and well, there you go.
They're pissing on their dick. How do you piss on your dick?
I want that. By the way, you've got to just. I couldn't stand it.
My Carol does that, but
That's different.
she wants to pick it.
She haunts it.
Her hand's been on your dick, so that's different.
I want to eat my dinner.
I
That's my
don't
dinner.
mind.
Take a chip with your
People are
left
fine.
on.
I know. Leave my dinner.
People I
alone.
know is fine. But if
See if you want
I don't know.
tapas.
No, I
tapas in. If you want
What, sorry, mate?
tapas. Tapas. You can tapas something.
Tapas.
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 Aye. What do you get that fucking thing you get in
Close
Spain?
enough.
You share.
aye.
Tapas.
And do you know what I'm thinking?
Tapas a fiver.
Do you know what I'm thinking? Do you know what I'm thinking as well, mate? He was touching that dog before he touched my tits.
That's
He was walking a dog.
Nah,
So I've got a dog in my mouth.
picking the dog shite up and all that.
Oh, I used to have done breath.
Did you eat the rest of your
That explains why. No, you're right.
Alfield's a great guy.
Hero, mate. Again, see him, Toby, knew you could tell Scotty was going to get it just for the way he was talking. He was
Why
going to
is
get the
that
bill. Mate, this is not even exaggerating for the camera.
no,
4 Cokes, 4 coffees, a fucking starter, main, side.
Did you read the situation? I love that.
And then he's like, after Scotty's went and paid for it, you could tell Scotty's paid for it. It's obvious, but he went, I'll get this, Scotty.
I like that, mate. I like that.
Every week at snooker.
We ripped the arse out of that, mate, didn't we?
Definitely.
We'll have to
Anything
get
else?
him on though, mate, sorry. Were you aside for the meets we shot at?
Hopefully soon, mate. Do you want a couple of the fans' pet peeves? Or?
Aye, fire them through.
Okay, just quickly. So this is for Brido.
Hurry up.
Pet peeve, wearing your Valentine's band on a night out. Oh, look at me, I go to the gym.
Del Lyle.
Derek Lyle last Sunday.
Wore what?
He's gym band out on a night out.
So is that you that's put that in and chat it? It's called Derek.
Called it Brido.
I know. Is it no inclusive?
Swear to God.
Saying that, he was doing that at the bar, wasn't he?
Oh,
The 2 glasses, mate. This is a good one. I can't believe this is not mentioned. For Scott Park, pet peeve side when your takeaway takes ages to come.
Yeah.
So they tell you it's going to be 40 minutes and it ends up being fucking... that could be the most infuriating thing in
You
life.
should get it for free, I think.
Nah, I go and get my carry out. I don't want it delivered. I go and get it because I can go and sit and have a couple of beers.
Aye.
That's what I do. And that's
Yours takes 2 hours anyway, doesn't it?
just I love doing that.
Yeah, I go and cheat again.
I'll get it out the door.
Couple of beers sitting.
Couple of beers sitting. I say to them.
So what do you do? Go down and get a pint, then go in and order it, then go back and get a pint and wait for it?
No, it's already ordered.
Oh, is it?
I go down. I'll
So
sit
they
and
have
a
it cold
pint.
no matter what?
And when it comes, I'll just say to them, take your time. Or just
Take your time.
Aye.
Take your time cooking that low heat.
Defrosted chicken.
Because I might have a second.
Defrosted chicken first.
The people with his carry out are sitting going, this guy always takes forever to pick his dinner up. It's a disgrace.
Mate, I've said it before. Have you said to him how many, when you order a McDonald's on Just Eat,
No,
you order fucking 6 meals and they give you 1 ketchup?
no, I don't.
You're lucky to get any sauces.
It's
You not
embarrassing.
get ketchup in the house?
I know, but it doesn't taste the same, I don't think.
I don't.
Genetics. Last one for Joyner fella. I think this is good. This is, he says, side nothing annoys. This is the worst thing I've seen in life. Person in front of me, the self checkouts, was in the carrier bag. So the woman worker that looks after all the self checkouts, the woman asks her for a bag. She then licks her finger to get a grip of the bag and gives the woman the bag.
Aye.
But I do that.
Saturday.
Aye, but
I do that.
Before you do what?
You do that paper.
Before you do what?
But the point is,
Have you got a bag there as well? Oh, no.
Have you got a bag there as well? It's good.
but that's your aim bag. I think when it's your aim bag, you need to do it.
Oh,
Big
God.
tongue. What have you been eating this morning?
Yeah. Oh, no, I've
Your
got
tongue it. A bit further.
You like tongue me? Stick your tongue out. Stick your tongue out. I've heard that a few times. Great atmosphere of doing it.
See what happens when we didn't talk over each other? What a
Oh
difference
no,
it makes.
get into trouble.
We're getting into trouble.
I feel at school.
No, you're fine.
Paddy, how was Boyd Tuesday?
There you go.
On the, is
That
it
was
Monday?
good, mate. I was absolutely dreadful, but it was
Were you?
good. Great day for it.
Was that due to the amount of alcohol you had?
No, it was due to the fact I was just really bad at golf. I'm not very good at golf. Sometimes I can be alright, but I was terrible.
Was there a dick that was taking it pure serious?
No,
Nobody.
not in my grip.
Do you have a wee overnight?
Aye. Good few beers through the day.
That no affect you later on?
That's the best, isn't it?
See when you've no played really well, does it not
No,
do you think?
absolutely not.
Can you just
'cause
put
I know-
that to bed?
Aye, because I know I'm rubbish. I'll hit maybe...
Oh.
I can play around and hit 2 good shots, a full round.
And
go,
you're no
No,
bothered.
I'm surprised you
Played
don't
well.
get annoyed with that.
Fair play to you because
because I know I'm
couldn't
not
do
good
that.
at it.
Do you still enjoy it? Aye.
Aye.
That's what I played twice.
Good company,
Seen
couple
that.
of beers.
7:30.
I can still enjoy it. I used to get annoyed when I was younger,
I'd caddy. I'd be a caddy. I'd be a good caddy. Do that.
but no, it was good.
Couldn't play.
You didn't
Can't understand it.
Aye. But it would,
Most footballers,
does my nutting
are good.
makes me angry.
See, everything
Aye,
makes you
golf,
angry.
mate.
mate.
No, it doesn't. No.
You probably put
Like, there's only
people's
one,
fucking
aye.
clubs on fire and all that.
No, it does. It's so frustrating. So fair play.
I
You can
hate
do
it,
that. It just does my nutting. Because just what you
I
says,
don't play it.
You hit one good shot and then the next one, you do everything the same. And
I said,
I don't
second
play
to
it.
enjoyment
See,
for a
they need
fucking
less.
5-minute walk to get to the next second, and then it's another
Okay.
fucking...
No, but
Who was the best player, Paddy?
But some good players do.
don't know, because you go in and 4, so the 3 guys I was playing with were good.
Are they?
Aye.
Oh, you did 3
Like some
strangers?
girls been shite with you.
No, it
didn't
was Nazy, Stephen A. Smith,
All right.
Kelly Kitman, Gal, and Boy Gordy. The 3 of them were good. They were good. See what you're saying, was I frustrated? I was more a wee bit embarrassed that they would have been frustrated at how shite I was.
As long as you're not looking for golf balls all the time.
Oh, just
That does my
bag's
tie,
full
yeah.
of balls. When I start and there's none left when I
Aye,
finish.
well, I don't mind that, but see the guys that'll stand for minutes after minutes. See if your balls, just trap a ball and move on.
play
Guys, I'm encouraging. I want Lewis. I've said that to him. I says you should go and start. He's going to the range and all that now. So I says go and.
Why do you
pick that
want
up.
to start that?
It'd be great
I
to
just think it's great just what they're saying. You get. I mean, I don't go to them. But Daz plays golf all the time. I get that, but it's the 3 or 4 hours playing golf would just do my nothing.
Great
I
for
would
Lewis to
enjoy
play in
it.
Italy as well, golf.
Why?
Why?
Seen you doing that in the mountains. Wouldn't it though?
Why not
Weather
just
as well,
go
weather as well.
Get a pizza at the halfway house.
Play golf. Aye. Great.
That's not good for a player today.
But walking for
you're
4
right.
hours?
It's nice playing golf on holiday, innit? He's on
There you
holiday.
Oh,
every day.
the buggy. You get the buggy, you get a few beers, you go and enjoy it. Doesn't matter.
I've caddied around Dubai a few times in the buggy for the guys.
mate.
When we played football and it was golf as
that's
well.
not caddy.
I think it is.
You're driving the buggy. That's basically what it is.
And
You're not
delivering
caddying.
beers. I was like, and delivering beers to the
Oh,
guys.
you're
And
that's
I
good.
enjoyed that.
You know, Peeves?
No, just quickly to Fabio Silva is getting a move to fucking Atletico Madrid.
Been brilliant, isn't
No.
The Rangers, I've seen that
Scoring-
today in the
scoring-
paper. The last
Scoring
Palma.
goals for fun.
Did you ever play with a player he thought was rubbish that ended up going and doing amazing things?
Probably at a lower level, Craig Brewster for me.
Really?
Oh, he came for Forfar. Oh, mate, he was dog shite,
Was
right? He was dog
He
shite,
was
mate.
brilliant.
Honestly, God. And he was a midfield player.
Wow.
And everybody's looking and going, what the hell have we got here? And then what happened was Jimmy Nick put him up front and partnered me and him together.
So you're saying you made them brilliant?
No, I'm not saying that. He made me
Aye.
brilliant, to be fair, right?
You think of him when he was at the bigger corner and that.
Jeez, oh man, what a
and
player he
United.
became. Honestly, and scoring obviously cup finals
he
and
did.
stuff like that. So, no, Brewster at that level for me.
Jackson Irvine used to saying that he was but
I couldn't believe it. When he came here, he never thought he'd go back to Australia, never play the game again. Never lived.
never played the game again.
Okay.
Just retire at 17.
Play golf.
I thought he'd retire at 17.
Oh, I him on that video, I know.
I know he won't
Well, what's he
be.
getting here this
He's going over
weekend?
this weekend to
Are
see
you?
him.
St. Pauli against Stuttgart, so actually maybe cut that in case he sees that.
No, it'd be
Just
fine.
say he should retire at 17.
We've said him before.
Never
going
back,
this weekend?
St. Pauli, Stuttgart.
Magic.
Mate, you got a boot, do you know?
Just tell us quickly what you put in your bag for going. What's the essentials for a Bravo vlog, a wee vlogger?
Hair gel,
Is it a vlog, aye?
a vlog.
Aye, good.
He's just had surgery though, so we might need to adapt a wee bit on how his movement is. The plan was he was going to take me about the city. There's a big World War II bunker above the stadium.
And what?
Above the
It'll be
stadium.
brilliant, obviously.
Above the stadium.
How's it?
So they'll hide above the stadium, the bunker.
Bunker above the stadium. That's a new one.
The stadium's on top of a bunker.
Quick,
you mean?
everybody in the bunker up the ladders.
bunker above.
Up the ladders.
I can't help. So it'll be a brilliant vlog. Well,
What hair? Just hair gel.
hair gel.
I think you'd be easily bombed.
Johnny's.
Do you know, I think his hair's looking good today.
It looks good. It
That's
does.
tremendous.
He looks quite German, doesn't he?
Aye,
Don't look chill.
get a moustache. Get a wee moustache, a wee
We're
ginger
spending a
moustache.
lot of time together now, aren't we?
Brilliant up the West End, innit, mate?
Are you?
Right up the West End.
How come we don't get an
He thought, what about this? We're in prep, mate, and we're getting a laugh, and there's a wee guy sitting right next to us, and he fucking lets off the loudest fart ever. But we're not laughing at the fact we're laughing at someone else, and the guy's like, "Are you fucking laughing?"
The guy kept staring at me and I went,
You shit yourself.
Sorry, mate. But he didn't know I farted. But I thought he did. She was like, what are you laughing at? I went, I've just farted.
He said, "You just
Can you not smell it? And he went, like, he went, oh, I never heard you. I thought you were joking about something else.
You know, you laugh.
Mate.
But so you're getting chinned for laughing.
No, he
thought we were laughing at him."
He thought laughing at him, and then
Oh, right.
I shit myself because he kept see that way. He just kept looking at me, and I was like, I don't know what to fucking look now. So I had to just go, farted. And
He's
then he went, oh, never knew you farted.
He's like, what's it?
What a link to SBK, I'll be delighted.
As ever said, the Cuban show is brought to you by our partners at SBK.
Remember, if you haven't signed up yet, SBK have a brand new welcome offer available where you bet £10, you get £40 in free bets bottle.
Strap your seatbelts in.
Strap your seatbelts in. Strap yourself in. Strap your seatbelts in your bunker. Get your seatbelt on in your bunker.
No. Fasten your seatbelts. They've also got a huge Rangers versus Celtic special. If you place a £10 bet builder on the game, you'll get a free £5 football bet builder.
Strap yourself back out. You'll also get a 20% Acca boost on Scottish Premiership fixtures this weekend. Link to sign up to the account is in the description box below. T&Cs do apply. 18 plus, please gamble responsibly.
I don't know how the things come out back up.
I knew that.
What just came out when it's
You're a
not meant to
genius,
come out?
mate. You're a genius. Right, lads, Player of the Year nominations. So we've got Callum McGregor, Maida, Kuhn, Simon Murray. Are they the right four? Anyone that you think's maybe missed it?
I like the fact that Murray's in.
Aye, it's hard
Good
because
answer.
it's the players that are picking it, isn't it?
Aye.
So they're picking. You'd imagine how many defenders are picking Simon Murray because of how much time he's gave them.
Great point.
I think it's right.
Uh-huh.
I think there's too many
But it's-
arguments for me.
Is it no the biggest one-sided vote you'll ever see? I think
Maida.
this will be
Aye.
good doing and right.
Most votes.
Is a big,
Aye.
aye, 100%. But I agree
Depending
with
on when it was though. Depending on when it was, I think Kuhn up until the Munich game,
Yeah.
certainly to January was a stick on.
When was it, Faddy? When?
It's strange to do that.
When is
I
it?
think you usually get them about 2 months before the season
is it?
ends. You
Aye,
need to
so-
vote.
Right.
I think that Kuhn's had a 6 or 7 games where he's not been at the level, but answered a few critics at the weekend there.
Yeah, but
Maida'll win it.
100%. But I agree. I'm delighted for Simon Murray. He's been brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Not
'Cause I know
just as a goal scorer this season, but he's a manager and you're picking him. You know he's going to go. He's just a team player as well, isn't he?
They get in the Scotland squad? These 2 games coming up?
I don't know. I don't think it's a bad shout. I just think you look at what he is, and look, I know people then say, "Oh, can he make the step up?" Well, and I know he's 33, but we don't know if he can make it a step up until he makes a step up.
I would take a chance on him. In a couple of games, 100%. Coming off the bench for you.
It's one of them where you get it a lot of the time where they say put young ones in, and I totally agree with it. I agree with that to bring them in, but Scotland at the minute we're not rebuilding a squad here. We're trying to get to the World Cup, so you might get a year out of Simon Murray. Who cares? He's not going to care, and if it works, then it doesn't matter. Obviously, you'd rather have somebody that's going to spend a bit of time in the squad, but if you've got somebody that can be effective right now, then why not? But I think
if you're a Scotland manager, you're no building, are you? You've got to get results
Straight away,
instantly. And you look at, right, I'm a Kevin Nisbet fan.
Just going to ask you, Nisbet, Shank and Murray, who are you going with?
Yeah, right now, by the way, I've got to say, Nisbet goal at the week, Jesus Christ.
Goal of the season?
Oh, terrific goal. I don't know about goal of the season, but I thought it was brilliant. But right now, if I was picking between the 3, I would go with Murray.
It's what he brings to the
Murray,
squad
yeah.
and all. That buzz about him, you know, that sometimes that's why you bring youngsters in, because they bring that excitement and that buzz. Imagine him.
I think when you look at Nisbet, Shanklin, Murray, Nisbet and Shanklin need to score goals. Murray doesn't. And I know that sounds crazy because you're talking about a striker, but there's a lot more to his game.
He's got crazy, incredible. He's the type who would turn up in a kilt, isn't he?
Plus, by the way,
Turn up in a kilt, mate. He'd fucking love it. A fucking sword or something, isn't he?
but he does, but he does score goals as well. He's up there, isn't he, for the top goal scorer.
What he watches this, spoke to him yesterday.
gonna come
Dundee are
on,
safe,
isn't he?
he's coming on.
Is it good?
What a story.
I on Thursday, but fuck that Monday show off.
You want him on a Thursday? We'll get him on a Thursday instead,
We're trying to get a couple of birds. Get him on, get him in here. I'm only kidding, Sam. I'm only kidding, mate.
What a hero.
Anybody missed out, do you think, you could have made that list?
I think it's a fair list.
Aye.
I think
There's nobody jumps out.
McGregor's been his usual added goals as well. Kuhn, as you quite rightly said at the beginning, was the firm favourite for it. But Maeda has been...
Let's be honest, there's a
Nicky
list of
Cadden?
4 here, but there's only one guy winning it.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, see, I know Maeda's going to win it, but see, on Cal McGregor, has there ever been a more consistent player in Scotland? What is that now? He's been playing how many years in the Celtic first team? Is every year he's nominated for player of the year?
I don't know.
I think there's many that he's missed out on,
That's
is
a
there?
good call.
He's
There you go.
so consistent. It's sometimes he gets criticised for his performances because of how consistent he is, because of how good he is,
Such a level,
and it doesn't.
Who was the player you played that was like that? Just you knew every week. Maybe not the best player, but just asked it every week. He asked that. So Arfield said Stephen Davis, didn't he?
But I've watched Arfield a few times this season. His level of performance, he's not been playing the whole game, but for like 70 minutes or something. The influence he has in the game is unbelievable.
He's one of them, isn't he?
Aye.
Shouldn't have came off on Friday. I know I keep saying it, but I don't want to repeat myself, but it shouldn't have came off.
Were you at the game?
They've been doing that with him, Slaney. They've been taking him off for that.
I think he could still play.
Aye.
Somebody who was Everton one that would always give it.
Consistent.
Osman.
Ozzy was consistent.
Leon Osman.
Ozzy, you knew.
Baines.
Baines.
That's a great shout. We weren't allowed to know. If you didn't play.
The young player, Paul.
Young player Lennon Miller, James Wilson, Hamza Egerman and Arnie Engels. Good list.
There's a
Anybody
debate.
miss
There's a debate. I bet you we could all go for different ones here.
Right, the criteria's up to 21. I was asking the boys last
Under
night. I wasn't
21,
sure because I was thinking right away. I thought Mulligan at Dundee because I like him, but he's 22. So it's,
right.
Oh, is he right?
Under 21, aye.
And
so
then
it's up to
sports writers, you've got to be Scottish.
Aye.
So
I think
Who were you going to say?
Honestly, I'm sitting the fence. I don't.
No, I didn't sit in the fence, geez, in. Who you want?
That you thought would keep.
Well, I'm going to be biased here. I think Lennon Miller.
Aye, of course they won it. Aye. I thought you were talking
argument
something
for me.
coming in.
So it's not going to be everyone picking.
Oh fuck! I thought so. Everybody. Okay, then, come on.
No.
Lennon Miller's second half of the season, tough. I know he's
He
been
was
injured.
injured. He
That's
had
what
the
I mean, but
injury.
does
He
that
had
come
the
in
ankle injury. So, but he's come back into they are struggling a wee bit, you know. So you could argue the point maybe that dragged them down a wee bit.
Maybe.
Could be, but no.
Again,
For
it's
me,
the players
that list.
picking it. So, like, you know yourself, you come up against somebody, maybe they don't get, and I'm not saying he hasn't, because he has got loads of plaudits getting the Scotland squad, but maybe you don't appreciate, or a lot of time you don't appreciate how good somebody is until
you play
come up
against
against
them.
And
you're
he scored a few goals as well.
Aye.
He's added for even last season, so he's kicked on a wee bit as well, hasn't he? So
I'm hoping somebody's going to have an argument for Engels.
I would go Engels.
Why?
I just think
Has he been consistent enough? I think he's a very good player.
I think so.
rate
He
the
playing
boy.
that Celtic team week in, week out, the players he's keeping out the team, I think, tells you everything about the boy.
no,
What would be an argument to that? I'd say
I
the
don't
lot
see
of them, would you just disagree with this? I'd say the lot of them, Egerman's the one that's had a spell where he was sensational.
Yeah.
Quite a long
I bet
spell.
he's come off it, hasn't he, as
Yes,
well.
aye.
So, but then he's been in and out the side as well. So, aye.
And young Wilson's broke into Hearts, go to Scotland.
Young Scottish guy.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. There's an argument for
Aye.
a lot of them
definitely.
there. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not sitting. You go on Sunday, aye? You're gonna. I'm not going to be sitting there and young player of the year.
and
And
going, that's a disgrace.
that's I will not be surprised.
I think it's good that we've actually got particularly two good young Scottish players playing in the league. It was last year, the year before. It was like, right, you need to be under 21. You need to have played however many games, or you're trying to find somebody, and everybody was struggling to find a
players,
young player. So now we've actually got two 18-year-olds in there. If any, personally for me, Lennon Miller, I think that I know there's moments in seasons where he's obviously been injured, but I think he still played 28 league games this season. So, and he scored goals, and he's captained the team, and he's taken a lot of responsibility on, get himself into the Scotland squad, and he's, for me, I'd go Lennon Miller.
Surprised Yilmaz isn't there? It's 14 too young.
It's no height. It's no height.
Yilmaz, 14 too young.
No fancy him.
Is there any younger players you think should have been on the list that missed it?
Who else has done well? Younger players. Bobby Wills has done well.
Bobby Wills
been
will come on up.
outstanding.
Yeah.
Aye.
I think it's hard when you.
Who won it last year? Watson, the boy Watson won it.
David, he's been in and out this year.
He's not played enough as well. Same with Wales, he's not played enough. Mulligan was the first one that came to my mind, but then it's 20.
Yeah,
He's 22-year-old.
Mackenzie had a good start to the season at Aberdeen, left back, but he stayed in the team. He had a good start to the season.
I thought he was very good.
Can I just say that's the worst game of football? I was at the Kelly Ross County game. That's the worst half of football I've ever seen.
Ever?
Ever.
What
That's
half?
a
The
statement.
first or the second?
First half. And Kelly scored in 35 minutes, but it was only a chance. It was horrendous, Paddy, honestly.
I was listening to you.
What was he saying?
No, there was nothing to say.
That.
Nothing to say.
Look at what he's saying.
it was dreadful. So it was, and I know it's like tense, but honestly, Paddy, fuck it.
Well, there were a lot of pressure on that game as well.
I know, I get that, but I still expect her.
Someday possible.
Aye,
Aye.
Two teams shifting up and down.
basically, aye. Nothing, absolutely nothing.
You got it for free, though.
That's what happens.
You got it for nothing, didn't you?
Aye,
At this stage of the season, what you got to start doing, right, let's
Play it for the back.
take unnecessary risks. If you've not been doing that all season anyway.
Right, here's a big one. Brendan Rodgers, David Gray and John McGlynn nominated for Manager of the Year. Correct 3 is Jimmy Taylor, unlucky to miss out. Is Jim Goodwin unlucky to miss out? We had a live yesterday. Had an Aberdeen fan saying, why is David Gray nominated ahead of Jimmy Taylor? Because basically David Gray, what was his reason again?
So Jimmy Taylor's obviously on the same points, are sitting same points. He's got to a cup final, he's got to the semi-final where Hibs haven't done it and everything in the cups.
That's a fair point. It is, and
How can you argue with that?
you know, he's come into a struggling Aberdeen side, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's turned them round at
It's
the start of the
perception,
season. I think it's because of what happened in the middle of the season.
Of course
innit?
it is.
Everybody just concentrates on that. But the argument is, you're correct, cup final, semi-final, sitting the same points. Look, David Gray has been brilliant, deserves every pat in the back that's gone, but I think there's an argument to say that I think he is a bit unlucky.
And when is that decided? Similar to
I don't know.
because
You're
again,
big on when it's decided, aren't
you
you?
want to know why? Because I've watched
November.
John McGlynn's side a number of times. You're talking about Scotty Arfield. They have been brilliant up until the last
3 weeks.
3-4 weeks.
He'd be mine outside Rodgers.
I think he should win it.
The football they've been playing, it was any time, like,
Kerrydale Street.
anytime I've went to a game, it's been a joy to watch. There you go,
Right,
watching
all right,
Falkirk.
but what if they don't win tomorrow?
What if it
I know.
No, they don't get it.
See that?
But you need to decide before you know if they win or no.
No, I just think the fact that he goes up 2 promotions in a row and he
And
wins
it's
that
the
league.
football they're playing, Slaney.
100%.
It's not only that, mate. 10 fucking managers before him couldn't get Falkirk out of League One.
Aye.
No, and listen,
Good managers.
if you say Rodgers goes and wins the treble, it's incredible. But I mean, you're not taking anything away for that. But he is the best team in the country.
It's,
So
it's
hopefully
like one
they
of
see
them
that
where
through.
it's harsh in it because Brendan Rodgers probably going to win the treble, and it's like, well, Celtic win trebles and they win the league, and it's no fair at times because just because you're expected to do it doesn't mean it's easy.
No, of course it's fucking tough.
Cup
But-
football isn't easy, is it?
No.
You could have that off day or that one decision that goes against you. So, and we mentioned Jim Goodwin's got to get me.
That's what
Didn't
I
he?
my
I
was
said
Jim
he should
Goodwin a
have-
better argument than David, the
Aye.
fact that they've just came up?
We should win the.
Listen,
in
Callum
the
Davison won
discussion.
2 cups and didn't win it.
They don't get it that year.
That's bonkers, isn't it?
Who
See,
won
when
it
you
a
see
year
me
post
say
the
that,
cup?
Gerrard won.
that's
Oh,
bonkers.
Gerrard, that's right.
That's nuts. I think Rodgers will get it, but for me, and it's a McGlynn, but hopefully tomorrow night he sees that through.
Joint the ball. Did you
Aye,
say
with it?
Falkirk?
They should.
Well, they should,
They've
aye.
had enough chances,
But
they should.
they get
The goal
spooked the last
difference
few
is
weeks.
massive in it, they just need to win.
I'm not too sure in that.
Hamilton have got,
Are you?
Don't know about
they've got previous Hamilton, haven't they? When they done it to Hibs, you know, they weren't expected. But I don't see it. No, the state that Hamilton's in.
They've got is it
feeling.
the day the
Aye, that's the only thing.
they
You
might
just
be getting
wonder.
points.
You just wonder
don't
what the
think they are.
decision is. But I think that Falkirk
but-
at home, packed house, there'll be a bit of nerves.
The
in it,
fans
off
are there.
base after what's happened
Aye.
last week.
I was at a
Tynecastle
Wraith
as
game
well.
a couple of weeks ago, and it was the fans that were nervous, and I think the fans affected the players. They went down to 10 men after about an hour, and they lost their composure, which was a real surprise to me. But I think I hope they've got just enough to see them through, because I love the football they played, and I'd love to see that back-to-back
But
promotions.
the boy Calvin Miller's just a joy to watch.
No, he's taking his game to another level.
Isn't he?
He's been excellent.
100%.
That's it. That's
So is
it.
Ethan Ross on the other side.
Well, that's a part of John McGlynn for me.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Where he
I like the wee
finds
boy
them,
Spencer.
finds
with
young
Brad.
boys and makes them like not
Tate.
maybe lost their way a wee bit, gives them a platform to go and play.
And this is what I'm saying, mate. But people go, Scottish players can't play this style of football. Of course they can. He's took these boys for League One.
Yeah.
He's putting them in a system and working on it. They can do it.
But is the worry? Will John McGlynn be there next season?
Aye.
Don't know about
Hearts,
that.
Aye, you
favourite.
will.
Favourite for
That's
Hearts.
his
so
team.
Don't know about
I've got a funny feeling he'll be Hearts.
Penguin. Edinburgh Zoo's right next to him as well.
Yeah,
I'm not so sure.
that. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think they'll be looking at the boy along the M8, don't
Who?
they? Stephen Roberts.
Right, we're going to come to that. We'll keep that for that
Alright,
bit.
sorry.
But just quickly.
Shoot,
Can you read that?
Who, sorry, mate.
Robert.
Aye.
you on the ball
Although
again,
again, it's when it's voted.
He's in page 3.
They won guaranteed
Top
top
6
six
again, 3 years in a row.
Sorry.
But it probably when it's voted for it, he wasn't maybe looking as likely to get in.
Right, it seems like people are going to start jumping in. Let's just take a wee 10 seconds.
Right, I know. I'm trying to calm them down here. Right.
Hell, fuck's sake.
Right, on to the big one, Celtic v Rangers. Paul,
That's the best 10 seconds ever in this show.
Can relax in that one.
that'll be the clip. That'll be the clip. We'll use that as a clip. Right, Paul, take it away. Your favourite game of the... your favourite game in the world, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's the biggest game in the world. Is there any arguments to that?
No, I agree with it. I agree with that.
I wanted you to disagree so we could go for it, but
No.
You've shat it.
if you've shat yourself, listen,
I played in it with you.
Good.
yeah,
Very good, Dad.
No bad, no bad.
That's how I know
Listen,
first-hand experience, mate.
Hey, no bad.
No sitting
No
no,
bad.
no sitting up and all of a sudden you chat at
He's wanting another silence, isn't he? He's wanting another 10 seconds.
It was going so well for you there.
On the game, will Rodgers change his style? That's the first question I want to throw to you from the last couple of games they've played against each other.
To what?
Aye.
Play Ida, go a wee
He
bit
did
more
want to go
direct.
more direct and try beat Rangers' press, because Rangers' press the last game was exceptional. It really was.
Aye, maybe. maybe, but they maybe think that how they're playing now since the St Johnstone game
better.
would be right. They're at their best now. Celtic, they're playing some good football. I think that when you're building out and teams are pressing you, you can't be giving away slack passes. You can't be giving encouragement away, which I think Celtic did or have done in the games. So I don't know.
See, in the 3 games, Paddy, they've added that to their game though. See, they've done the night game like a couple of times to flip the ball at top to Maeda, don't they?
Aye.
Whereas previous games when he was playing up front, they weren't really doing that.
Aye, I think, well, I don't know. I think that it will be a case of Ida will be up through the middle, and there will be an option to play it into him. I don't think it'll be pump it long, but I think you need to recognise when to beat the press.
I thought he come on at Tynecastle was excellent, by the way. I think his link-up play was very, very good.
I didn't think
First half,
Did you?
I thought.
I honestly, I thought his movement, everything it allowed. I thought that Celtic then, see after a wee stoppage, you seen McGregor and Hatate having a wee chat with each other, and it shows you how good players are. They must have just sorted some out because Celtic were not at their best, were they? And it was all down to Dundee United. Yeah, I agree with that. But I thought Ida brought something a wee bit different. And I think he'll start.
I thought he was out of sorts the first half when he came on.
See when the first.
So didn't he? He'll score.
I thought his touching that was way off it. But he scores 2 goals and you can't really argue with that. I think that him coming on definitely helped Celtic because Maeda through the middle, every time he went short, Chevet went right up behind him. Boyega just dropped behind us to stop the kind of the pass in behind, and they went man for man, and for half an hour it worked. But once Celtic smell blood, they get themselves in front. That's it.
What's your options then? Maeda through the middle, Forrest and Kuhn. You know what I mean? And you said he scored a couple of goals. He's come on.
You can't not play him, can you?
I
if
think
he scored 2 goals, he needs to play now.
I think he can not play him, but I think he will play him. I think that having that, as much as I thought he could have been a lot tidier with his hold-up play, he's still physical. He still makes you think, right, because he likes to come to feet and he likes to, try and link up. So it's a different problem, and if Rangers go and commit to a full press, then there should be space to clip it in.
Especially if Proper doesn't like that physical battle either, does he? If they go man for man.
I don't have any play Proper, no way.
But let's ask Dale on the Rangers side.
He's injured again.
There's another
So is your wee pal,
Yilmaz
is injured again anyway. So there's a few injuries, so they're out of that. It takes him out of the equation.
Casemiro played, didn't he?
That's right.
He did, he scored. Aye, scored, I saw it. Nice wee toe poke.
Here's a big question, and you're a man. Is it a 3 again, or is it a back 4?
I think it goes 4.
I think he goes 3 and he goes after him again man for man now. Why would you know if that's what's worked?
Personnel, I don't know who he plays to the
You heard his interview, didn't you? I was listening to after the game, and he said, "What's the point?" I think it's like Stephen Craigan picked up. I'm glad he picked up on it right away because it just shows. It says down here he's fed up. He's not fed up. He's just frustrated.
Do you think he's close to erupting, Derek?
Aye.
I think he's already erupted.
Aye. I think Paddy knows him. He's been in the same dressing room as him as well. So you can tell. It's just the frustration.
What is he? What do you think is giving him the most frustration?
Well, because he's asking them. He's taking his time with them in terms of speaking to them individually, collectively. You're doing everything. You're giving them all the information that they need to go out and win a game of football, and they're basically not doing it. So they're throwing it back in his face. So to me, it's like a lack of respect.
Saying that sounds like he's not going to erupt anymore. What's the point? What is the point in telling him? What's the point in having a go? What's the point in trying to set standards if, like most players, you can pick yourself up for the big games, but you can't get yourself in the right frame of mind or your performance levels aren't good enough to beat the teams you're expected to beat.
And that's where he's probably changed a bit because you're saying, will he erupt? And I think he's got control of that.
Does his frustration come from the fact that he's giving players information and looking at them thinking, how can you not do that? Which I used to be able to do, and players that played round about me. Because that's what happens in management. You get into management and you look at, and you get into and work with players at a lower level. You right away go, how can he not do that? Right.
And I had a wee bit of experience that with Barry, and I was trying to kind of point that out at times. So, because he found that frustrating, that's why I says you need to be working at a higher level. That you need to be working at the highest level, because that's going to kill you. It's going to frustrate you. So now he's at supposedly the highest level, and they're either.
So what do you think what do you think he's asking them to do that they're not doing?
They said it after the game, didn't
they're
they?
either thick as shit, or else they're disrespect. There's a lack of respect there.
So what we're talking to, is it like positionally wise? Is it on the ball?
Just
on the
wee
ball.
bits of information that you give your players. It's no rocket science. Come on. So it's the story of the season with that group of players. When they feel like it, they turn up, and they'll probably turn up on Sunday. They've turned up in Europe.
I think they will, aye. Do
you know, I'm saying they probably will. That's what I'm saying, they probably will. It's probably the least excited I've been in a while.
Is it?
For an all-firm game. I'm usually absolutely buzzing for it, but you just don't know what you'll get with that group. That's what I say. I've called them the little weathermen. You don't know what you're going to
Do
get.
you think you'll go with a 4 at back?
I don't.
Sean Batty right back.
Sean Batty, yeah.
The weatherman.
Michael Fish up through the middle.
Aye.
There one
Not
for
bad
you.
one,
It's the only one I can think
Got any other
of.
names?
I don't
Laura
know.
and
Does it matter?
TV, would you call her? Laura.
Laura, that's right. She's not bad,
It's not Tobin, is it?
I think it matters. You can see that Celtic are obviously, because of the last 2 games, Rangers have turned them out, so they're desperate for a win. So there's the motivation there right away. But
You think he's still my chance of getting it, Derek?
I'm not so sure. Nah, and I think he goes back into his role that he really enjoys, being the ambassador. But
Letting other tyres down into him.
aye, but you know, I think they should find there should be some sort of role that he's involved up at the training ground. No in terms of getting involved with the football side of the coaching or the decision making, but just being about there, you know, for that influence, you know, that you might call it having that bit of aura, because if people know that it's having that connection. So could they find something within them doing that with the ambassador role and find them in and around the
I
training
wonder
ground?
if because he's early on, he's went in and you could tell he was desperate. He wanted the job. He wanted to do well and impress and get the job longer term. I wonder if, you know, when I'm saying what's the point, the longer it's went on, he's thought, I don't need this. I don't because you speak about what's he asking the players. Well, in some games you can see he's asking them to get forward with speed, commit forward in numbers, play at a higher tempo, be aggressive in the press, and sometimes they do it, but a lot of times they don't, and sometimes the players then get into that mode of stroking it across, nice and slow, and we're in control because we've got the ball, and you're thinking you're rolling it 10 yards, no pace in it at all. You're not moving anybody. There's no point in what you're doing, or there's chance maybe for players to look and play forward. I'll play that one in there, and he can maybe play it. Then he looks at him and goes, "No, you play it. I'm not want to play it." So I wonder if there's part of him that thinks you can't, because you're asking. A lot of time as well, when you go there, you're asking a player, right, and you're saying, I'm going to tell him what I want in my day, I'm going to show him, and I'm going to expect him to be able to do it. And if they don't do it, then
do you want to know
how else are you meant to get them to do it?
I think with players or not, even when you play with players or you work under people, he's lost their trust. You can see that as well. He doesn't trust them. But that's no surprise to me with that group. So that's how there's going to be a number of changes. So. Because that's what he wanted to go in. You could see it in his eyes that he did want this. You could see it, but as times went on, he's found out the hard way.
Plus, there's a bit as well. You watch them and you're thinking, there's time to grind here and fight, and too many times it's not been there.
Aye.
It's mad how they've played St Mirren and Motherwell. You can't tell the difference between Rangers and St Mirren, can you?
I know.
Well, he
Crazy,
said that, didn't he?
Aye.
People aren't frightened playing
No.
against Rangers, and you've got to get goals, you've got to get chances, you've got to get. I know what you're saying, because you get frustrated and you sometimes, like Faddy says, you go, what's the point of this? But if somebody says to Barry tomorrow, get to the end of the season, I'm going to give you the job and we're going to back you, then that enthusiasm comes right through you. There's no doubt about that. But I agree. I just think that he's went in there. For me, I don't look at the football side of him, right? I look at the fact that he kept the club together for me, right? Because they were walking out in their droves and they needed somebody to pull the club together, right? And they brought him in there, and he must have loved it. To the honour to manage Rangers.
Because we Durant, only for a game.
Exactly.
But I know how much that meant to him. Coyce, he's been in there.
Exactly. But what he did was, he did. Look at the job he did in the pitch, and everybody can argue, they've lost goals, they've done that, but they're European, whatever. it's off the pitch what he done for me, right? He kept the club together, because see if they'd have just went and put a Joe Bloggs in there, Ibrox would have been empty nearly every week until the end of the season.
That's the best decision that Rangers have made this season, getting them in, because you're right, they were about to leave in their droves, vote with their
No, they weren't.
Aye. I
They
know
weren't
that.
leaving.
I know that. Everybody I spoke to was like that, but that changed it. You know, we getting him in with Neil.
Do you know what? Do you know what affects it as well? That point you've just made. If they says to him, right, get to the end of the season, go back in the summer. Also for the players know he's probably not going to be there.
Be there.
So you lose your effect.
Everything.
So we talk about, right, how can the manager, how can the coaching staff, how can they affect it? You need to as well say, where's your personal pride? Where is your professionalism and your responsibility as a player to all right, he's not going to be the manager, or he's maybe going to be the manager, or there's a wee bit up in the air, there's a takeover. That's fine, right? You either want to be there or you don't. You want to be there, you need to show a level of performance. You don't want to be there, you're not going to be getting people coming in the summer going, you know, I could see you're a bit frustrated at Rangers, come to my team and I'll get you firing. It's not going to happen. You need to play with a wee bit of pride and do it for yourself. First of all, as a player, always you have to do it for yourself, and the rest takes care of itself.
It's been a wee bit of a roller coaster for a minute. He's been up there, and then he's just went down there, and he's went back up because, as you say, the inconsistency players. And listen, I'm not just saying, and he's his brother, and I'll say it's not just players as well. Sometimes he'll go away and go, that's some learning curve. What was my regrets? What could I have done better? What could I, what do you think was positive and good? So there's a lot of learning curves there as well. But I just think, I get back to it, I think what he done and he's achieved this season to bring them together as a club is just, it sums him up as a character.
Who would you keep player-wise for next season for Rangers?
Oh, you keep Raskin, Diamandi, Suter, Tierney, Igaman. You know, are you going to keep Tierney?
Did you keep Dessers?
Do you know something?
I'm
Because
Dessers all day.
no, as a starter.
What?
He's missed, man.
Do you know, no, it's not going to be your
Mate,
you're out and out centre forward, but what it could be at times, even coming off the bench, he's got a great attitude.
What about his goal?
I like his attitude.
Right, I'm going to throw it back. Everybody goes, what about his miss? Right? Nobody talks about his goals. Many goals he scored this season for Rangers.
No, I get that, but he misses a lot of chances.
Listen,
But do you
I'm not
if you
disagreeing
got,
with that.
like 4 or 5 million for him, if you could get somebody better than him.
Aye, but you would keep him. That's what I'm saying. It's like, would I keep? If he's still there, I'd be quite happy. It wouldn't bother me. I know, and I totally get what you're saying. It's his attitude that I love. He misses some sort
Is he
of.
mobile? Can he get a bit?
He gets a bit physicality. He just sometimes he loses it a wee bit. He loses his focus, loses his discipline. He gets caught. He looks as if he was playing against somebody, you could rile him up, you can wind him up. I get that feeling watching him.
Right, I'll flip this one on you then, right? You're talking about his misses all the time. I would keep him because I think he gets into great positions to miss his chances, right? Take the guy that's running away with Player of the Year, Maeda. Probably a year ago when you seen him, you would think he could hardly score. He struggled to kick the ball right and score. You weren't confident.
No, I think he's a good finisher, Maeda.
No, at the beginning he wasn't. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Look at him now. He's dynamite. He's absolutely... See, every time you see him, you're going, bang, that's going to end up in the back of your net. I know that Dessers comes in for criticism because he misses chances, but...
Change overall game's good, sorry.
I don't think it's the worst. I think
that's a big point though, when you're trying to compare him with Maeda. I know the point you're making. Maeda's added goals to his game, which has took him to another level, but he's still good at everything he was good at before then. Dessers, I don't think his link-up play is good enough. I don't think that... I do like him because his attitude, because he keeps going and he will score goals. And I agree with you as well, because you have to be like that as a centre forward. Everybody remembers.
Would you keep him, Paddy?
Depends how much you would get.
Do you want to know why? Because I can't get it out of my head. The Fenerbahce game, he was unbelievable. He was unplayable.
So they were all worth it, weren't they?
But he is capable. But I agree with him because
there, though, Derek.
because people forget. Well, I wonder if they forget. I remember, Uncle, say about Coyce. Coyce was terrific for us, but Coyce missed a fair amount of chances. But it was that mentality, that belief to keep getting in there. That's what you like about him.
Aye.
And I see that. So
But the guys to have like consistent types of finishes. Do they score similar types of goals?
And see when he saw that rectangle thing, it was just hit the target, hit the target. That aye, just hit that.
As you see him and you
Places.
watch him go through certain chances he gets, you think, no scoring.
I
And then there's one you go,
Aye.
where'd that come from?
Aye.
Or
His goal
got to get an
against
extra touch.
St Mirren
Yeah.
comes out in
Can I have
Dundee
10,
United,
can I have
look at
another 10
Allardyce.
seconds?
But
Thanks.
bit of good news. So Red Bull look like they've came in, but then bad news that Wild Thing's now investing in Celtic.
Celtic. Got a meeting today with Lawwell, aren't we? Peter Lawwell.
What is your demands? Forest 5-year deal.
Forest 5-year deal on a 25%.
Now that Red Bull are in it, Rangers, would you accept a buyout for Red Bull? Your company?
Doesn't know what that means.
I'm totally befriended
Right,
at
so
the
the-
moment.
Totally what?
So they,
Befounded. He's befounded.
who's that?
Derry, you had a point there, a great point. We're going to make 10 seconds we needed for you.
No, he wanted 10
No,
seconds.
I wanted
silence. You know, read the room there. What the wee CEO, like, they wonder why you'll think, fuck, he's befounded again.
Your company, then your party Rangers.
Nah, no way. No way.
5 million.
That is the-
Pay 5 million for it.
That is the biggest derby in the world, isn't it?
Mate, see if you got 5 million quid tomorrow, it'd be done by...
I know.
It'd be done by December, mate. I'm fucking telling you, man. Money burns a hole in his pocket. He can't have money sitting in his bank, what a boy.
There's no bigger derby than that, I'm telling you now.
Right, what's your
had that
predictions for
already,
us?
I'm going,
Make it a ludicrous statement, go.
Aye, go. Rangers play back 3, what's going to happen?
no, doing that back for you.
Called that spot on last time,
Oh,
didn't you?
so-
No, listen.
Come on, you're making up on the spot.
No,
What are you going for?
no, I'm not.
He's going to go 8-0 or something.
No, I think it'll be a heavy defeat for Rangers.
Heavy? How heavy?
I'm going by 4.
Is there rumour... Do you think that if you get the meeting goes well with Lawwell, will Celtic players be drinking Wild Thing before this game?
I'll be part of it.
Don't take your dad to that meeting. Didn't go well the last time.
Just that's what I think.
That's what you're thinking?
Draw.
Wow.
He's sitting there.
That's what I'm hoping for.
thinking
I'm
that.
hoping for
Hoping for a draw, yeah? Even though they've won the last two?
Scored 9 the last 3 against them.
I know.
I think Celtic won.
I think Celtic won. See, just quickly on the Celtic side of things, well, if Rodgers loses this again, like, although they end up winning a treble, they'll still be raging, won't they?
Aye. I think, aye.
Aye,
course they will.
of course, they'll not be happy, but
I mean, Big Packy keeps mentioning it. Packy Bonner.
aye.
Oh, we need to beat Rangers. We need to beat Rangers.
Does that put a wee bit of pressure on Rodgers then?
I know, that's what I'm
It's
saying for this
crazy,
game.
isn't it, when
I know,
you
it's
think
mad that he's
about
gonna win a
it? Is it
treble.
your own self-pride? Because obviously, he's looking and thinking, by the way, we've shipped a few goals against Rangers, lost in the last 2. I don't want to
Was Rodgers a wee bit dismissive the last time about Barry?
You obviously.
Oh, something happened before.
Wasn't
It was
there?
before.
There
It was a
I'm
week.
only trying to.
It was
wasn't
leading
there
up to the
was
game. I'm
something-
sure it was.
I thought there was just a wee bit dismissive. He's just a young coach. He's
There was
just.
something. It was a week.
When there was
leading up to
something
the
like that,
game.
Slaney remembers, and I thought, that's interesting. So,
Very interesting indeed.
so there you go. Just
Is it-
wee.
So what you think it's puts them under a bit of pressure?
To win the game. I've just seen a lot of people
Not
saying
himself.
like, can I lose
I
3
think
games
it
to this
puts-
Rangers team?
I think it puts himself because he's such a, top coach manager.
So
He's
if they
gonna-
lose a game, they're still what 15 points in.
I
they're
know,
stunned.
but I'm talking about you don't as a personal feeling.
You want to-
It doesn't matter. You're going to hopefully, but you're looking at Celtic got to win the treble, aren't you? But cup final, Aberdeen can produce something, so it's not a gimme, right? But I just think if you're Rodgers and you're looking, I'm got a chance to win a treble again, and he's up there, his stock's up there.
I think it depends how it
Get
goes.
done again,
But they've not beat
Depends how it
Rangers.
goes.
Games.
If it's the same
That eats away
as
at
the
you.
last 2,
Does.
particularly where they're
Of course it eats away.
can't get out, they're getting pressed and they're no coping with that, then if it's the same, then I wouldn't say it's
I've changed my mind.
just
I
something
fancy
needs
us.
to
I
change.
fancy it.
You can imagine if he win, Barry will be next year sitting in Lark Hall. We were shite, but I beat Rodgers fucking 3 times, wasn't
By the way,
You will.
Imagine that though. You beat Celtic 3 times and
Mourinho?
still no chance of,
Not Marino.
no, but you're still nowhere near winning the league.
Well, it'll be 3 times. No, it'll be twice he's beat him.
Twice.
Twice, sorry.
Twice.
Twice.
Clermont beat him.
Clermont beat him.
No,
Imagine
I mean Rangers as a team this
Aye.
season.
It's that old beat Celtic 3 times trophy, isn't it?
No, I'm not saying everybody's got to get a pat on the back. What I'm saying is you win the game that's supposed to be the game that matters and to where the league title goes, and you're so far behind. There's big, obviously we know there's big problems, but that would be crazy.
Big problems at Hearts as well, Paul.
Got his wish,
Gordon
didn't he?
DL
Got his wish.
Pundit. What a pundit.
Sacked him.
You wanted him sacked and you got that.
You've lost a man his job. How you
Horrible.
feel?
No, I didn't.
Really poor.
Look, I went down the road of what I think the support now can achieve, right? Seeing the support go against you, you normally find that the people above sort of cave in a little bit.
Why don't they just let the people that support the team run the club then?
Listen, we've seen it all before. Look, how many times did Hibs sack their managers before they eventually were brave enough
It wasn't
to
the
say,
first time that, it wasn't as though the Hearts fans have went, boo, right, sack him. It's been building.
Well, actually, has it?
I think so, aye.
See if they hadn't lost to Dundee and beat Dundee.
Dundee United that was winning that game. Oh, sorry,
No,
Dundee game.
I don't know if I think he'd still be hanging in.
So do I.
Right? I really do. But I think that was nailed coffin for him.
But would you not look at Hibs and go, Hibs fans wanted David Gray at the start of the season and they've stuck with him and look what's happened to Hibs?
Well,
No, but David Gray was at the start. And I know Critchley wasn't in for long, but his start was very good. And gradually, it's got to a point where they're looking and saying, well, he's not going to change for this style and this formation. And the results aren't changing.
But I don't think that he's ever played that formation before, so I think the formation would have changed in the summer. Surely they've taken that into account.
Why would they not change it? They know then.
Because he says he's not got wingers that can play now.
Aye.
I think the top six killed him. He did
Semi-final kills him or not?
Nah, but top six.
I
He
think
Dundee
semi.
United at home, and then they were toothless against Motherwell, weren't they? They were terrible against Motherwell. They then get in for an opportunity in the cup final, and to be fair, they did all
well.
right. I thought they were a wee bit unlucky not to
were
get
unlucky.
to penalties, right? But then you go off the back of that, and Dundee, who are sitting down there in relegation problems, beat you in your own turf. You're not surviving that.
No, I think that I do agree with the winger shout, but I don't think that they had the same levels as when he first came in. And I know that people look and say, since he's come in, the form was this, and Hearts were one of the better teams. But I think then you look at Hearts are fighting to get in the top six. A game they have to win to get in. They don't win it. The game against who was it they played in Europe?
Oh, Christ.
I remember that.
The
Shocking. It was shocking,
the worst
wasn't it?
team in Europe, and it was a dreadful performance. And in the big games, they've not been able to get the results. And look, I must say, I was still surprised that they made the decision then. But then you look at, if the form continues,
Dragged in.
I said when they missed out the top six, Hearts won't be in that playoff fight.
Do you think if they get beat Saturday, they can beat they're right amongst it?
I think they're in amongst
Good,
it.
that.
Now, do you?
They're in amongst it. A home game against Dundee, who I think actually have been playing well, but I think I think going into the game, for me, if Motherwell won, that put them in a position where they're not going to be dragged into it. I know they're only 2 points ahead of Hearts, but Hearts have went for fighting to get in that top six, to know every team below them are fighting, because they know the severity of the situation they're in. They're all fighting. I think, I don't know if Hearts feel that they're in that situation.
Dundee United were in this situation, was it 2 years ago, where they just missed out in the top six and they ended up getting relegated?
So he was always under pressure because a lot of the fans, because of the analytics and that, how he was picked, and they look at his background, where he's coached, was at Blackpool, Queen's Park, they're looking for a bigger name. As simple as.
But why? They've not had bigger names in the past.
Aye, but they are. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for somebody that's done something before. It's like they talk about being a Hearts manager, carrying that that stature, and it didn't seem to look like a coach taking a team to me. So he did. And at times I thought they were decent.
Aye.
You know, I watched them, I thought, they're building something here,
But to sack a guy who's fourth in the form guide, right, when you're in a relegation battle and get to a guy that's managed, got sacked for Dundee, I think he's a good coach, Liam Fox, 100%, but that makes no sense to me.
But maybe they looked at it and thought,
they need
is there going to be a change here? Is that maybe just, can he keep playing? Because again, that Motherwell game.
See, the other thing, I don't know.
They gave it to Fox to the end of the season.
But the Gorgie suite wasn't open at the weekend. Is that the fans no turning up? So there could be part of that as well. I don't know. I'm only putting
It's
it out.
amazing though, innit? Because
The fans
The
just fed up.
decision to send Cam Devlin off was the wrong decision. That massively impacts. They could have been, talking about going to the. Obviously, still need to win the penalty, still need to
Cut final.
But massive turning point.
Started
But
that game brilliant.
it's a culmination of. I think that the performances haven't been great for a number of weeks now.
I agree with Si a wee bit. I think that now, with the amount of games left, I would have probably tried to grind it out with a wee bit
I'm
more.
surprised. I must admit, I'm surprised they've done it.
More experience. I know the argument as well. Hearts will look at Liam Fox and say, well, he's been a manager.
Yeah.
Right, but to me, and I've not been disrespectful to him, I remember doing my coaching badges last year, and and he was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
I like him as well.
But the way he spoke, I think he was basically saying, look, I get out my depth there, I'm a coach.
I'm a coach now, I think,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and by the way, I respected that.
Yeah.
Because the boy knew his level and what he was. But it's up to him now. I don't think Hearts are good. I think there's too many. You look at Ross County to make that up. You look at, there's still Kilmarnock and Dundee there as well. So I don't, as much as Hearts are dropping like a stone, I think they'll get over the line.
And then what about next candidates?
My next candidate, I would love to see McGlynn getting it, to be honest. John McGlynn. I would love to see it. I mean, the job he's done at Falkirk, I don't want to take him away from that, but I just think, size of a club that Hearts are, I think he deserves it.
I just think Stephen Robertson
He mentioned
deserves.
that name. Same here.
Oh, it
Absolutely.
deserves.
Stevie Robinson.
Oh, listen, sometimes it depends on how you look at if your Hearts, the style of football you want to play. Sometimes Stephen Robinson's football isn't great in the eye, right? But he knows a player. He can bring players. He can tactically set himself up. He's done it.
Are the Hearts fans going to be satisfied with that?
Well, that's
And that's the thing. That's good. We're talking about Critchley.
But I think these fans kid on, they want nice football.
But that's what
I
I'm
think
saying
Hearts
about
fans would
winning.
rather watch direct football.
Yeah.
I think
But
they like that. I think the atmosphere at
But
Tynecastle.
is that going to get the old juices flowing? Is that going to get them excited? I'm not so sure, but I think he deserves a chance, doesn't he?
I think
getting a club like that
as
with
much as the Hearts fans, and I agree with you, fans want to win, and then when they're winning, they want something to moan about. No Hearts in particular. I think in general, it's like, I know we're winning, but I'm not enjoying it. And then they want a change, and then they get the change, and there is nicer football, and they're no winning. Right, we just want to win. It's just the life of a football fan. I would say that the Jamestown analytics would be more based on style, because that's their model. That's how they want to play. And Steve Robinson, he has got a style of play. It's direct. It's very effective. I don't know if, because he will be a name that's put in to however they determine their analytics.
Didn't they like Robbie
Then-
Nielsen's style? Didn't they know?
No.
They were winning.
But I think it's dangerous to say, right, definitely go for a manager with a clear style, because having a style at one place is different to being able to transfer that into the place you're going into. Sometimes with expectation and.
Were they a wee bit unfair on Naismith then after what's happened? The season that he had.
But they were popular.
Really struggling.
I know, but so
But
was
that's
David
your
Gray.
argument for David Gray. Aye.
Exactly, so was David Gray. So, and the season they had before it, Naismith had a good season before it.
Maybe, but that's football, isn't it?
I know. Listen,
Here's a question for you: John McGlynn, Derek McInnes, or Stephen Robinson? If you were Hearts, what one would you take?
Stephen Robertson.
Wow.
John McGlynn for me.
Derek McInnes for me.
What?
Got a track record of finishing third, didn't he? Second, third.
John McGlynn for me.
I'd love to
And
see McGlynn get it as well.
Oh,
But I want him to stay at Falkirk.
I just think that
I think it's style
I
of
think
play
he's
and
on a
everything.
journey with Falkirk, and I believe he'll get that result tomorrow night. Take them into the Premiership. Just signed his 4-year contract. I just think it's a great wee story there.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Aye, I love that.
because
He's what
like, he does play outright and he does play brilliant football, but he can mix it up.
They definitely do.
They don't
We
just-
played them, they went in behind us.
They don't just go right. We're going to play for the sake of playing.
They're not predictable.
Martindale, by the way, that's another one.
There you go.
Martindale, aye.
Seen a few shouts for Hearts, seen that.
For Hearts. It seems like when a bigger job comes up, a wee bit like that
But
reaction.
David's
there
going to
gets
run
kinda-
everything, isn't he?
I love
Did you just get a
David,
text after David because you never mentioned him?
Exactly.
That was him. See that phone ringing? That was Davey, mate. The Fox man. Get my name in there.
He's got a live stream in us, isn't he? David doesn't wait till 5 o'clock.
No, he's wearing a wire, mate. He's a fucking mole.
No, but it does.
You're right. He's another one that the style you would think of Livingston in the Premier League, Premiership, and it's direct. It's sometimes not great to watch, and But this season they've played some brilliant football. They have. He's changed it a wee bit.
Massive games as well for battle for third. Hibs played in United at Easter Road and Aberdeen on away to St Mirren. For me, great chance for Hibs to kind of push back into third here.
I think Hibs to win that game, aye.
I think the 2 games that you've mentioned are going to be difficult to call.
You're right. I think Hibs might win comfortably against Dundee United. Could be wrong.
Do you?
I think they get back on track.
It's great, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
It's great because anything could happen.
Aye.
We're at a stage where they're all fighting. They 3 fighting for third spot. Anything could happen.
If Dundee United if Dundee United get beat, they're out the fight for third, aren't they?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Aye. 3 games to go.
Do you fancy Aberdeen away to St Mirren?
No, they struggle there. They have struggled there the course of the last number of years.
Yeah, they do.
So they have.
Yeah.
So in St Mirren, they're in a good place.
Plus the fact, St Mirren after the confidence as well, the top 6, right, brilliant for them. 2 each against Rangers at home. They're a difficult team to play there. I agree. I think Aberdeen might find that hard the weekend.
Of course. I mean that's why it's brilliant. Because St Mirren have effectively it's difficult for them to make any ground up, but they're that team that when they're at it, they're a tough team to play against. They could have a big saying where who finishes third.
And they've no switch staff.
No, they won't.
Clearly, they get the point against Rangers.
Yeah.
Really good point. So they want to.
Every boys you speak to say that St Mirren's away is like the hardest fixture,
There you go.
didn't they?
Everyone that's come on the podcast, people who spoke outside it.
And down there,
Brilliant,
they're a good watch. They are a good watch. So they are. The pace, your power, aye.
Still going Hibs as your third place favourite?
I'm still going with Hibs. I'm going with Hibs.
I'm sticking in with, I think Hibs will get there.
Alright.
I think it'll be Hibs, Aberdeen or Dundee United.
Amazing.
I would give Davey that job.
Davey Martindale, the
I would
Hearts.
give the Hearts job, aye.
What, is he?
No, I'm actually on my bet building for the Celtic Rangers game, but I would give Davey I really do. I don't
Why?
know why.
What would keep him from not getting it?
I don't know, it's a wee bit when he gets mentioned for these bigger jobs, sometimes people turn their nose down at it. I don't know if you've done it slightly a wee bit, which I think
Because what you hear is they say he's got the, you know him well, he's got the run of Livingston and all that, and he'll not have the same influence at a big club, but I'd love to see him get an opportunity, wouldn't you?
But then I look at Falkirk, and the reason I said McGlynn, I like Martindale better, but the reason
This is the biggest
Where are you going with this? You're going through every man.
I'm not going through everybody. The reason I'm saying I kind of edged my bets towards McGlynn was we said earlier on the show about they need wingers. We already spoke about Falkirk's wingers. Did they go with him? There you go. Ain't daft anybody to offer him
again.
So then why are you giving Martindale it then?
Aye. He play.
If McGlynn's bringing his wingers there, why are you giving it Martindale?
I think
he's bringing his defenders.
Have I missed something?
is going to be a big part
You
of it.
do talk some shite.
Davey will know how to do it. He'll fraud that analytics so to make himself first. He'll tap into that, won't he? He'll get something.
Right, lads, on to the big bet builder. We'll do it together. All right, we'll do the game together.
Okay.
So we're going to start with, lads, over or under how many goals we're going. I would go over 3 goals. I would go over 4, but whether there's a panel, we do this together.
You've just said we're doing it together.
You do it.
You do it. Right, you do it.
Over 4 goals.
Aye, go and you do it.
5-1.
You wee gambler there, look.
Right.
Mate,
Come on, the wee gambler. You got to know when to hold
I'm
up.
not going to interrupt.
Know when to hold up. Know when to walk away.
He's concentrating.
Know when to run. Then you took it away.
Out your money, and it's in the table. Right, both teams to score. Yes, all agree.
You're doing it?
No, but come on, I want you to
I'm
fucking get
going
involved
yes
as well.
in that, but I'm not
Keep
going
going on the
over
table while I
4
get it.
goals.
Yes.
Are you going over 4 goals in this game?
There has been, isn't there?
I know, but
I'm fine with that. Aye.
I've been told not to talk.
No, tell you.
What day does the battle fever?
you're like a wee fucking boy.
What day does the battle fever kick in?
Because it's Rangers Celtic.
When are you gonna start getting the buzz for it? Friday?
Saturday night.
Wait, Saturday night? Where are you gonna watch it?
I don't know yet.
Behind the couch.
Nah. I don't
I think
know
he's
yet.
gone. I think he's gone.
Well,
Are you,
Could be there.
how'd you get tickets?
Surely you're going to go and watch it, but you need to go to a game with your dad and watch it.
boys have gone. I know that. I know
but you need to go with your dad.
I know that. No, my dad will not go. No chance. My dad can't.
No one to watch his boy manage.
My dad's a nervous wreck. See, told you that before. I think we spoke out. Me and Faddy. I didn't realise that until I went with my dad to watch Barry. I thought my dad would when he was going to games, he
You're right
just
there,
loved it, enjoyed it.
Anything both to score.
Couldn't I?
We sat there in silence, dead nervous. I was shocked.
Is he a Rastafari or
Because that's no like my old man. So,
So you're definitely not going.
I've got options.
You can't
Put it
know.
that
He's
way.
gone.
You
He's
can't know
gone.
watch your
He's
brother
not calling
manage
it
Celtic,
option.
Rangers v
Calling
Celtic
all
once.
day.
I'll be watching it. Don't
No,
worry
but
about
at
that.
it, and what see him?
Aye,
He's gone.
got
He's gone.
options. So
I'm telling
just
you,
wait and see.
I've known this guy for a long
He's
time.
gone.
I can see in his eyes. He's gone. Aye.
What you wearing?
He's got two scarves.
Black.
Oh, black.
Aye.
Aye, but it's not.
In the Union Bears, innit? Look at me bear there, look. What you got? What's happening here? Are you taking over this bit of the show or what?
I've lost it both to score.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man, honestly.
Hold
Just
on,
make
hold on.
Somebody do that for him.
Hold on.
Right, what
Over and
else is
under
it?
corners, let's go.
Well,
Over how many corners?
Yous have got over 4 goals, so there'll be a lot of corners.
10.
Over 10. Let's
Good.
go for it today.
Excellent.
Goal scorer.
First scorer.
Oh,
Maida.
first.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, he's playing up to the Celtic fans.
Oh,
fucking
he's
fucker.
Sure.
Ain't stupid.
Shooter would be a good thing. Set piece, shooter, bang.
Shooter.
Aye,
What about you?
I think there'll be
Sure.
set piece, man.
I think there'll be a penalty kick
Aye.
And who takes him? Tav?
or Ingles.
Having your angles.
Look at that in the Milan game last night. They're set pieces.
How their set pieces are brilliant, weren't they?
Wow.
What about the fuck? There's a pet.
Maida.
Fucking Barcelona having Chesney in goals, mate. What
was
the
miles
fuck?
off it.
Am I missing? How's he in goals for Barca, mate?
Stegen's injured.
They don't need a goalkeeper.
Did you see him the offside one? It's like he was chasing a fucking chicken. Oh,
Right.
he was doing my
Player
tits in,
to be
man, sorry.
carded.
Player to be carded, he's got to go.
Raskin.
He's in.
Diamandi.
Diamandi.
Not fucking into.
Diamandi. You're thinking who in the set?
Right, Diamandi.
Alistair Johnson likes
Aye,
to fly
he
in a
always
wee
gets one,
tackle. Loves a wee tackle. So
Who you going, Diamandi?
We'll go Diamandi and who'll win? Last one on the.
You need to take that, sure thing.
I'm going Celtic. Win the
I'm
board.
going draw.
That's just an easy one.
No,
an
it's
easy
not,
one.
mate.
It's an
Stick with
easy
There's
that.
one.
no point in me turning
but
around
you
and
don't
going,
get in there.
I think Rangers will win if I think it's got to be a draw. I think Celtic win if I think it's got to be. So it's not an
That's
easy
a pet
one.
peeve for me.
Right, like-
That's a pet peeve for me.
think?
See, when you think it's going to be a draw, you should be allowed to say it's going to be
I'm
a draw.
sitting in the
You're not
fence.
sitting on the fence.
And that's what I was going to say. Like everybody expects me to say Rangers, but I do genuinely fancy a draw, and I'll take a draw than a
Celtic for me.
You would take a draw, would you?
Aye, I would. It's no, sounds a bit defeatist, doesn't it? But
Have you spoke to your bro? Do you call him bro or bro? Bro?
no, bro,
Gaffer.
Gaff.
Gaff.
Man.
Hey, Gaffer.
Call him a few things.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
I don't know.
He does not.
Here.
He's keeping things close to his chest,
You're not
innit?
allowed to
He's
say it
in
on
one of
here.
them a day, isn't he?
He's been warned, isn't he?
Oh, his son's got to you this morning.
It's-
What?
Oh, no,
Leading up
fine.
to the game. That's
What
what's like
can I ask you the last question?
fine.
What player do you think would annoy him the most?
Oh,
I know. I kind of know. So, but I'm not saying.
I would go Barami.
Nah,
He annoys me.
No, he fucking annoys me.
Aye,
I'd say proper.
See him?
I'd go proper.
that few
Lack of physicality.
you know what?
Doesn't
Actually-
like no aggressive enough.
I actually think Dessers will really frustrate him.
Yeah.
Aye.
No, he doesn't. Look, he's
Do you know who I think it is by watching from the side? He came in.
No.
I'm telling you, I've
Well,
seen
he does look like a player that
him.
doesn't
Not
do what
making
he's told,
everybody. He's
innit?
always trying to make people.
He's just a fucking empty crisp packet. Innit? Right, sorry mate, what's
The odds to that is 45-1.
just read us through, please, Paul.
Fucking hell. We've got over 5 goals. Okay. 5? It was 4 a minute ago. 4 goals. Fucking hell. First scorer, Maida. We all happy with that?
Oh, he's went mate.
I've got Maida.
Come on, he made it to Celtic.
Diamandi to be booked and Celtic full-time result.
Is it not a
What about-
card?
No, but
Yeah, card.
Is it?
4 goals. So what does that? I think over 4 is ambitious.
yeah.
I showed you, huh?
No way.
Are you going, mate?
Yeah.
All out attack.
5-1.
Go for it, mate.
What we did rest of the day quickly? Boys?
Snooker.
Snake. Look.
I beat you last week.
What about John Higgins yesterday?
Unbelievable,
Missed the
wasn't it?
What
What a game that was.
That's Rangers coming back to haunt him, innit? Missing
Missed
the
the
blue.
blue.
Aye, I know.
After slagging Super Ali.
Wee things that can happen.
Did you
innit?
celebrate?
Weird. What? No, I've met John's a lovely guy.
John's a
Done a wee
We've
gig
got a
with
meeting.
him.
You had to hit it.
What time's your meeting? Paddy Snooker might not be on.
1 o'clock, you can go
It
for
was
a
up
bit.
the cushion, and I don't think he had to smash it as hard.
I know a lot of people
By
have
the
been
way,
saying that.
some of the snooker he played,
Brilliant.
12-8 down was tremendous.
Right, thanks, lads.
Guys, well done.